What's up, ladies and gents? This is the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast coming at you Sunday night, evening edition of the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast, but it's all the same to everyone listening. I'm your host, Graham Powell, on this screen. That's Michelle Zangulis on the other. Say what's Papa Loppin', Michelle.
What's Papa Loppin', Michelle?
Good job. We got a couple things to talk about. We've been busy the last couple of weeks, as far well, just in general, but as far as running goes too. We'll talk about that and more before we get started. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor. Tough Runs Don't Last podcast is presented by Rhino Races. Rhino Races is a virtual race series that offers 5 different races: the 5K, 10K, half marathon, the marathon, and the one of a kind Rhino Ultra. You can sign up for one or all 5 of their races at rhinoraces.com. Run your race at your convenience. Track it with your fitness app of choice. Screenshot your results as proof of completion. Submit your screenshot to rhinoraces.com under the submit results section. Once your results are verified by Rhino Races staff, your award will be shipped to you by mail. Also, check out their gear section while you're there for t-shirts, wristbands, decals, and more. That's rhinoraces.com. Rhino Races is the premier virtual running series. You can find us, the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at TR Don't Last. Let's get started. Okay, so you and I had a couple of Grand Prix races the last 2 weeks. We said in the last episode we did that we would recap those, and we will, as promised. Let's see. Let's start with, which one do you want to start with? I'll let it be your call.
Probably the Stampede.
Okay. That's probably what you want to start with, or that's what we're going to go with.
I think that's what we should go with.
Okay, all right. It was the the first of these 2 races. We did the MJ's Stampede 10K.
Yes.
It's easier to just say MJ Stampede 10K than putting the "the" in front of it. That threw me off completely. MJ Stampede 10K. That was in Fort Smith last weekend, last Saturday. That's the second year in a row I've done this race. And the first time I did it last year was very hot. I talked about it on the last podcast. I had food poisoning that week, and so I was going into that race with some serious stomach issues. I wanted to come in under, I was thinking I'd come in under 50 minutes despite it being as hot as it was and as still queasy as I was. I did not. I came in at 50 and some change for that race, and the heat was a factor. It affected everyone, but it was also, yeah, I didn't feel that great either. But we got awesome weather last Saturday. It was cool, and it was coolish and cloudy. Heat was definitely not a problem there. And uh, let's talk about how you did. What was your goal going into it?
My goal was 1 hour 45 minutes.
For
Because
10K, to remind everyone.
yes, for 10K, because I was expecting it to be hot and I was getting over COVID still. So was not expecting to be fast at all. And I'm not fast, but fast for me. So my goal is 145.
And how'd it go?
I
Official
finished
time.
1 hour 29 minutes and 20 seconds.
So killed it.
Yep. I came in under 130.
And you predicted what? I would finish in what?
I predicted that you would finish in 49 minutes and 21 seconds.
And I even said, I was like, I hope I finish faster than that. Because I was like, I think I'll be faster than that. And I was right.
Yeah.
I had a whole PR last Saturday.
Yeah,
Came in, 46 minutes and 45 seconds was my official chip time. Had a really good run. Really, we started out hot out of the gate. Me and a couple other guys that were in the same age group, but just same kind of, I don't know. Some of us are, same age range. and we were all trying to go fast, and we were all kind of looked at each other in unison, not even like half a mile in, and we looked and we were like, what are we doing? Like we were running like a 6 minute mile.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're not doing this for 5 more miles and some change. So we all kind of in unison slowed down a little bit, but we all had pretty good times. And when I got to the halfway point at the turnaround, because this race is in downtown Fort Smith, but it's not in downtown Fort Smith. It's you're just running along the old railroad tracks, which is a bike trail now, a
Mhm.
bike slash walking trail now. So you don't run through. It's not like the Fort Smith Marathon where you run all through um, the downtown Fort Smith area. No, and I'm cool with. I'm okay with this. I'm not complaining or anything because you don't have police presence and you don't have to get all that involved. So I can understand why it's at this location. And but it's just a down and back essentially. And there's a certain turnaround at the halfway point. And last year I was so thirsty and tired and hot that I chugged a whole like mini sized Gatorade bottle at the turnaround. This year I felt great. I just turned around and kept going. I realized at that point I was going to have a good day. And I was able to just maintain that 7:35, 7:40 pace, 7:30 at times throughout the whole race, and even finished strong. I looked down at my watch and saw that I could come in under 47 minutes, which I had never done before. So I did turn it up the last whatever it was, 200 yards or so, to finish strong. And yeah, had a good day. You and I had a good experience in Fort Smith, I would say.
Overall, I had a terrible migraine.
You were
No,
not feeling well all week,
yeah, but like that migraine tried to take me out. So
but we
overall, it was a good experience in Fort Smith.
all
However,
things can all things considered.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you and I made the trip up there together.
Mhm.
We had really good Italian the night before,
Yes.
and we hit up some whatever the thing. What was it called? Twin City Produce.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a place where you could get a lot of local fruits and vegetables for cheap,
Mhm.
and which I still have some blackjack watermelon in there that I think it's still good. I'm gonna probably finish it tonight. I'll take a look at it. I was like, that looks pretty good. I think I'll have that after the podcast. So, but that's all I have left. We did that. We hit up Brahms, and yeah, and then of course I hit up my probably I you could fair. It's one of my favorites. I'll say that. Don Pepe's in Conway for lunch, and Dollar General after because yeah, had a stomach issue after that,
Yeah.
but not Don Pepe's fault. It was just that it was just time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was essentially our weekend in Fort Smith. I PR'd, you met your goal, surpassed your goal.
Yeah.
And so all in all, it was a good weekend in Fort Smith. And
Yeah.
then we turned around yesterday and did the Great 5K pumpkin run in Lonoke, our hometown. And I technically didn't get a PR, but I came pretty close ish.
Yeah.
I finished in 21:40. I ran hard out of the gate. I was running fast at the start. I think my first mile was 6:32 or 6:32, 6:38, something like that. I was moving. I knew I could not keep up that pace. I looked at my watch and said, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I just tried to stay in that 7 minute mile range the rest of the way. And I was able to do so. Came in 21:40. I had a girl that's um, is fast that I know passed me at the end, and I'm actually glad she did because it was kind of woke me up a little bit, or just gave me some motivation. Not that I was trying to beat her, because if we were racing, I think she could beat the brakes off of me in a distance thing like that, you know. Um, but it was just kind of like, okay, I'll just it gave me a goal. I'll just try to stay within striking distance of her. And so I did that, and it was able to kind of help me carry my way in, finish on a strong note, basically. Because part of me wanted to kind of mail it in at that point, not slow down, but it gave me a little motivation to turn it up a notch, I guess you could say. Whatever motivation you can find when you're running that hard, just go for it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find that kind of motivation when you're tired, especially at that point in a race like that.
Yes.
Um, it did help that I'm sure you felt this way too, that we know that it being our hometown, we know that area like the back of our hand.
Mhm.
So I knew when I was close. I knew when I didn't, of course, you have your watch, but I didn't have to look at my watch. I knew how far I had to go. And I was like, I'm pretty close. So I can stay strong at this point. But yeah, I've had a good day. Felt really good. 2 weeks in a row. And I also had in the back of my mind, I don't have a race until now. I have a race, but not one I'm racing in until a month later. So I had that in the back of my head. I was like, I don't want to have a bad race and then have a month sit on it. I just wanted to, I was like, I want to go into this little off break, if you want to call it that, feeling good about myself. So that was motivation to keep going too.
Yeah.
How was it for you on your end?
I went in and I said my goal was to come in under 40 minutes. Because I came close at the ARC 5K, but there were some small hills that got me. And
It was
Lonoke,
warm.
it was hot, and Lonoke is flat. So I went in optimistically saying under 40. And I finished in 39:38.
Yeah.
Um, However, I was mad because at the moment I forgot about chip time. Because I crossed and the clock had said like 40. Um, and so I was a little upset, but then remembered I was faster than that. Um,
Couple of things. When you say Lonoke is flat, we're not joking. We can't emphasize that enough. I mean, we're talking like flat as can be, like flat line flat. The
yeah,
only little hump was going over the old railroad track, like little hump, like at the start and finish. That's it. The
yeah.
rest is just super flat, as flat as can be. Felt great yesterday morning.
It was a little humid, and I mean just a little,
you
but
can't you can't complain about Central Arkansas weather. Well, of course, it's going to be humid. Point is,
right.
this was as good as it's going to get weather wise.
For September, yes.
Yes, for this time of year in
Yes.
this part of the world.
Yes. Yeah. It was nice.
And the other thing, how did you forget that? That considering chip time, because let me tell you why I bring that up. The first time I ever broke 2 hours in the half marathon was at Bentonville, a very hilly course, especially at the end of the race. If you know anything about the Run Bentonville Half Marathon, it's just the last mile is just essentially straight up, not Eureka Springs straight up, like going up Crescent Hill, but very just elevation the last mile. So I was very pleased with myself to come in under 2 hours, but as I was crossing the finish line, I looked up and saw that it said 20 or 2 hours 6 seconds. I saw that, but I knew immediately I probably just broke 2 hours because it took me a while to get to the start. It took me a good 30 seconds. And when I saw the chip time, it was 1:59:32 or something like that. So I was super hype about that. But I knew that immediately. Like it registered immediately in my brain. I think I just broke 2 hours. And that didn't click into yours, apparently.
No, because I, in my head, I was like, I am not going to be upset if I come in over 40, but I want to come in under 40. And then I saw, like, I could see the clock and I saw it click over from 38 to 39. And I knew that I was going to be close. And so it was just like, I have to come in under 40. I have to come in under 40. And so it
You can
just,
see the hang on. You can see the clock from that far back.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And so
Now
it
you
was
you have
just in my,
contacts, right?
yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
So just in my head at that moment, I was like, man, I didn't make it. But then when I looked at my watch, I was like, oh, yes, I did.
You know, I usually notice the clock. I don't even think I noticed the clock at this race. I being the pumpkin run. I think I was so gassed because I ran hard yesterday.
Mm.
And I don't think I even noticed the clock. I was just trying to keep up with the person in front of me that passed me, toward the end.
Yeah.
I was just like, and it was hard enough for me to do that that I don't even think I looked at. I don't think I looked at the time. Yeah, I didn't because I didn't look at my time until I looked at my watch after. When I looked at as I'm like, getting my water bottle and and this is what I do. I get the ice cold water bottle. I go straight to my neck with it, the back of my neck after a race like that. Uh, I I looked at my watch then and I saw it said 21:45 and I was like, okay, that's pretty good. For me, I was very pleased with that for myself.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I didn't even notice the clock. I usually at least notice the clock. Didn't notice it at all yesterday. I guess just because I was so tired and was just trying to finish. Because when you make that turn to the finish, it's not far, but it feels like a long way at that point in the
Yeah.
race
Yeah.
because you've already, if you're doing it right, you got you feel like you got nothing left anyway,
Yeah.
and that's how I felt. I was like, oh, that's still a pretty long way, but just get it out, and so I did, and you did, and I'm just surprised you saw the clock from that far away. If you were able to see it turn to 39.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we also have to remember I'm slow and I do intervals. So I was probably walking at that point. Um, and was like, oh, I should probably run.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a little different, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. Still. You are wearing the shirt for the race, by the way.
Yes.
For those of you watching on Spotify and YouTube, Michelle looks like she's about to flash us, but says she's just showing off the shirt. Great 5K pumpkin
Yeah.
run. It's blue, which is an interesting color for a pumpkin run, but I guess they were going for something different this year
Yep. It's
because it's
blue. And it has running pumpkins on it.
because that's what you do to pumpkin run.
Yeah, you run.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, hometown race for us. And that was my fastest. That was my third pumpkin run. I did it in 2018. I still remember the time for that race. I finished in 22:32 at that race. Do you know why I remember it?
No.
Because I went to Branson and did a 5K. I was going to Branson anyway. I did the Run Grand Country. They had a half marathon, but they also had a 5K. I just wanted to do the 5K. I came in third overall for that one, and I was 6 seconds slower than I was at Pumpkin Run. So, and I came in like seventh in my eight because that was the first year it was a Grand Prix race in 2018,
Mhm.
and I came in like seventh just in my age group. So I was kind of like, whoa, I was like, I didn't think I was that slow. But, and then I got third overall at the Branson run and I was slower. I was 6 seconds slower. That's the only reason it sticks out to me, just because it was funny to me. Like a race in Branson, I got third overall. And in little old Lonoke, I was seventh just in my age group.
Yeah.
So now this was again before I knew about the Grand Prix and how big it was for many anyway, as far as competitive running goes. Um, but that's was funny to me, and that's why it stood out. And last year was the other time I did the pumpkin run, and I came in 22 something. I was faster than that 2018 time, but it was 22, yeah, something. And yeah, I was even faster this year. So I don't know when I'll do the pumpkin run next. I don't anticipate I'll be that fast. If I do it again or next time I do it, whatever you want to say. But I had a good experience yesterday, and that's all that matters
It is.
to me. One time, but yeah, that was then. This is now, and you got you got more than a month off till your next one, right?
Yes. I have 6 weeks off before my next race, and that is if I can do my next race.
Is it 6? I think it's 7. Are you sure it's not 7?
Maybe it is 7. It is 7. You're
It's
correct.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So, because you're having surgery, right? You
Yes.
want to talk? You want to talk about that?
I'm having the calf lengthening surgery um on Friday, so they will
So
be
you can boost your speed, is basically what everyone's thinking.
it is so that I can move my foot to a 90-degree angle.
All right, because you have had some foot pain, correct?
Yes. Yeah. My Achilles has been bad for a while, but the last 6 months or so, it has been exceptionally bad where I am limping multiple times a day because the pain. So I finally did something about it and I'm having that surgery on Friday.
I guess you did something about it. I offered suggestions that you didn't want to listen to. Something that's gotten me out of my injuries, cryotherapy, but you had no interest in that.
Yeah.
Rather go under the knife than 3 minutes of cold.
Okay. But I went to an orthopedic doctor who like we tried exercises and we tried heel lifts, like a heel wedge in my shoes.
But you
Like
didn't try cryotherapy.
no, because it's not going to help long term. That is a short term solution.
It. I feel a lot better. Just saying. I don't have any injuries right now. Just saying.
That's great.
But Michelle's going to go under the knife either way. And when?
Friday.
Friday. Okay. The day before my 41st birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will be 41 years old the next time y'all see us again after this. Um, but yeah, so Michelle will hopefully heal up and be back in time for the spa 10K. I don't have any injury issues, thankfully. I'm gonna knock on this wood here,
Probably
because
good.
I've been known to have injuries in the past. Never anything that's kept me out, and I plan to always keep it that way. We're tough through it, whatever I got to do. But I have a very busy schedule between now and your next race for
Yeah.
sure. This is I mean, I've discussed this is the start of what's going to be a busy rest of the year for me. I got nothing next weekend. I got my birthday going on. Everybody's asking me like what I'm going to do for my birthday, and I'm saying hopefully nothing. I mean, it's going to be the 41st one. So really, I just want to. There, people are like, you got to go do something. I'm like, why? Why do I have to go do something?
It's your
The
birthday.
idea. Go ahead.
Just because it's your birthday.
Yeah. So I should be able to do what I want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I just want to be boring and not do anything? Watch a slasher or foot because it's gonna be Saturday.
Hmm.
Yeah, watch slashers or football or something like that. May I'm gonna go for a run at some point. I'm gonna go for several runs this week. I need to mow. I'm not gonna mow on my birthday. I'm gonna do it before that. That's not a good. I know that's not a good way to spend my birthday is mowing. I know that. Plus, it's tall. When I pulled in tonight, I was like, "Oh, that's bad."
Mm.
Now we had a lot of rain last week,
Did have a lot of rain.
so that's a I have a legit excuse for not getting it done last week. It will get done this week. Just what day, I don't know. Most likely not tomorrow. Probably Wednesday is what I'm looking at. But yeah, if I just want to sit around and watch football, make something, not leave my house, even sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. To others, That's like no, boring, maybe. No, for me, it's just great. Not being bothered by anyone or anything, just hanging out with my cat
Yeah.
and watching watching sports just sounds wonderful to me. Sounds like a great way to spend my birthday. If my dad wants to come over because he lives a few minutes away, that's great. If he doesn't, that's fine too, because it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that are like, it's just another day. No, it's my birthday. Like, tell me happy birthday. You don't have to treat me like a king, but tell me happy birthday. Like, yeah, it's my day. Like, give me one out of 365. I yeah, I don't understand those people. Like, it was just no, it's not. It's my birthday. All right.
I was gonna say, you already tried pulling the "It's my birthday" card on what movie to watch.
When?
Earlier this week, you were talking about how fall basically means scary movies, and
Yes.
and then you were like, "And it's my birthday."
No, I didn't say
Okay.
fall. I said October.
October, sorry. And it's my birthday. And so I was gonna say, you're definitely not it's not, it's just another day. You will pull the "It's my birthday" card.
How many times do you get to play the "It's my birthday" card?
You get to do that once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like one time. I'm saying, well, maybe one time. Either way, that's when I decided to play that card with you anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, it's my birthday. I want to watch people get slashed up
Yeah.
in a movie,
Thank you for clarifying that for our listeners and viewers.
in fictional video format, not real.
Not real.
Uh, yeah, I say that as the audio book I'm listening to, which I'm close to finishing, is very graphic. American Psycho, very different from the movie. I'm a big fan of the movie, just because I think it's hilarious at times. The Christian Bale scene with Jared Leto, I won't ruin it for anybody. Still is one of my favorite scenes in all of cinema, just because it's hilarious to me anyway. I laugh every time just because of how how well the whole scene is done. What were we talking about? How did we get here?
Your birthday.
Okay, all right. I was like, man, how did we get here? Okay, it is a busy start. Going back to that busy start to the running schedule for me. I have next weekend off with it being my birthday. That's not the reason I have the weekend off. It just worked out that way. The weekend after that, the double pacing gig for Beast Pacing. I will be pacing the Spooky Sprint Half Marathon in Fayetteville Saturday, October 11th, I believe, and then the following Sunday in North Little Rock. Pretty sure it's North Little Rock. Um, yeah, the following Sunday, October 12th. And I did see that there are a lot of people I know or friends with on Strava that went out and did a preview of that course today in North Little Rock. So I know a handful of people that will be doing the Spooky Sprint Half Marathon in North Little Rock. Almost commented, "Hey, I'm going to be a pacer. Run with me." But I was just like, they'll see me there. They'll figure it out. Plus, we're about to podcast. So
Sure.
the reason I didn't do that. But a lot of people ran today. Like I always look at Sunday, which is typically the day I take off. I ran last Sunday. Did not today. I helped you cut a, what do you call it? I was telling my dad this. I helped you cut a bush tree thing down.
That's what I call it, is a bush tree.
Okay. Because
It
that's
is,
essentially what it is.
yeah, I feel like it started as a bush maybe a long time ago, but it's now trying to become a tree.
It's, well, see, here's the thing though. This is why I say this. My mom has one, not has. She had one at her old house when she lived in Cabot. And if you did not, it like yours, if you do not stay on top of that thing, it will grow and grow and grow into your stuff. And she had a privacy fence next to it. So if you didn't stay on top of it, it would grow into that privacy fence and push the fence.
Mm.
And like I tried for the long, I was like, let me cut that thing down because yours serves a purpose.
I was about to go off.
Well, yours does. It serves a purpose. It shades your air conditioning condenser,
Mhm.
which is really good for it. It prolongs its life, takes care of it. Um, yeah, I wish I had something like that for mine. And it's just something I'm real particular about, keeping the air conditioner condenser as clean as can be and as in tip top condition as can be, because that's what cools my home. I got here today and it was 80 degrees because I didn't stay here last night, and it was, I put it at 80. It was very much 80 degrees. So I was starting to sweat, but I'm already comfortable again. It's probably like 74 now, and I haven't even been here an hour yet. So you got to keep your AC in tippy top shape.
Yeah.
And so yours serves a purpose. It shades it. But if you don't stay on top of it, as far as trimming it, it'll grow into your home, which it was starting to do. And that's why we trimmed it today.
I'd like to point out it was not growing into my home.
It was growing into it.
It
Don't lie.
was pushing on my rain gutter,
That's your home. That's part of your home.
but it wasn't growing into.
Okay. There's also a nice little dent in your rain gutter. What was that from? How'd that get there?
The tree bush.
Thank you. All right. So if you don't stay on top of that thing, that's what you're going to get. It is very valuable and serves a purpose in your situation. In my mom's situation, it did nothing. Why does a privacy fence need shade?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So that's why I was like, let me cut this thing down. She did not want me to. She she liked it, and it's her home. That's fine, or was her home. But a friend of mine lives on that same street, and so I haven't been down there in a long time. But the last time I went down that street, the home was sold to a younger couple, my mom's home, that is, and they have not touched that thing one time as
Mm.
far as trimming it or anything. The bushes out front included looks awful. That thing has become a full tree and has nearly pushed that. It was not brand new, but a 3-year old privacy fence has nearly pushed the thing all the way over. It looks awful. So if you don't stay on top of that, it's going to be a mess. And this is how we got to this point. You never know what you're going to get on the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast. Um, if you have a tree bush, stay on top of it. If it serves a purpose like shading your air conditioner condenser. If it's just up against a privacy fence, you might as well cut it down. That's my advice. Unless you just really like it. And if you really like it, keep the thing trimmed, okay? It's not good for anybody, especially the privacy fence or whatever it's next to. Okay, that's my rant for
I am not
you.
a fan of the tree bush. And so,
You wanted to cut the thing down, and I was like, no, you can't. You can't. I can understand why you want to, but this is why you shouldn't. And it made sense.
instead, I'm just going to cut down a different tree bush in my yard. So
That serves zero purpose and is
it
dead.
half of it's dead. So I am going to just cut it down.
It was more than half. That thing's about done.
Yeah.
Because I had a bush by my front door that was completely dead. And what did I do? Cut the thing down.
Mhm.
Exactly. And I just rent here. But yeah, trying still. If you live in a place, even if you're renting, keep up with it. This is where you live. Take care of the place. Don't be like, oh, I rent here, so it's not a big deal. No, this is where you live,
Yeah.
jerk. So have some pride in where you live. I'm on it today. I'm just on one this evening. I don't know. I've had a good week.
Yeah.
Had a good weekend.
I mean,
A little nervous about my fantasy team. I have a 50% chance to win this week.
oh,
50 even, 50%.
okay.
Yeah. He's got a guy playing right now, so I don't know how it's going. I'm gonna go turn on the game once I get this uploaded. But yeah. All right. So we got a few minutes left in the show. So um what kind of training do you plan to get done between now and spa, Michelle?
No training because I'm going to be in a boot for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but you don't plan to do any type of like therapeutic training to get yourself back or like sooner than maybe expected so you can do spa?
I will be doing PT.
Say this isn't a time to just say to just mail it in.
No, after 2 weeks of being in the boot full time, I will be able to start physical therapy, and I will go to physical therapy. I think it's twice a week, possibly.
You're not gonna do anything on your own.
I will do exercises outside, like whatever they tell me to do. I will do those things outside of physical therapy.
I thought you meant like outside. Like just go outside and do
No,
exercise. I was like, okay, cool. I
I,
support it.
I will listen. My doctor said that the recovery is dependent on what work you put in outside of physical therapy. So
Exactly.
she said that I could go to physical therapy a minimum of 2 times, and be cleared, if I put the work in. She said some people go 6 times because they don't put work in. Because I'm basically going to have to learn kind of how to re-walk with this new lengthened muscle. So
Well, I can already tell that she's a smart person because
she,
everything she's saying is completely true.
yes.
Me, I plan to continue doing what I'm doing. I'll run 5+ miles tomorrow. I'll take Tuesday off for work plus my other podcast that I have going on. Shout out Shoe Booty Sports. And I'll either mow or run when I'm gonna mow one of these days. I usually run, probably. But yeah, this week I'll do plan is 4 runs plus a mow and basically repeat until the 20K we have at the end of October. And it'll be different the next week just because I have a double pacing gig, but it won't be too different. I'll still run like usual during the week. Just might take the following Monday off. We'll see what happens. I don't know yet. Just depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Uh, and which I might have discussed this with you today. Next or in Jan now this is a ways off. January, I'm pacing a half one day, probably. I haven't committed yet, but pacing a half one day and a full the following day. Probably take that Monday off.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would.
because I won't be in the I don't plan to be in the Grand Prix next year, so I can afford more rest days. But we are out of time, so we're gonna have to get out of here. But we'll be back in a couple weeks and see what's happening. Until then, I'm Graham Powell.
I'm Michelle.
Oh, deuces, y'all.
See ya.